Hi guys, Steffi here and welcome back to the channel. Right, today I did say on a previous video that I was thinking about doing a Disney series of little things so you can see me using me stash and what I like to make, okay? So for the first one we're going to make one of these. This is a little Zutter notebook. So we've got the rings here. This one's got the Evil Queen on with Baddest of the Bad. And then I've even used some eyelets here to make this closure. Just got plain copy paper inside. This one is actually going to someone as a gift, for a little gift for the birthday. And yeah, so I couldn't do it any sooner than what I'm bringing it out to you because I am actually filming in advance. So I've done that one, and then the next one I decided to do was this one, and this one is Cruella de Vil. I've changed up the elastic because I really want to use this purple one here just to tie in with this purple on the topper, and I love these papers. This is so pretty. So yeah, I backed two papers back to back because I wanted that like that. This one is a bit thicker, but obviously this one was my first one, so I was just trying it to see how it went. So that's what we're going to make today. So I'm just going to move them to one side. Now I've done some of the prep work for this already. So the one we're going to do today is a Minnie Mouse one. And how cute is this paper? So what I've done is I've got two covers. I've got one now which I've already punched the holes in. And these measure 5 3/4 by 4 1/8. Means you can get 4 pieces out of 1/8. That's why I've done it like this size. And then I've just backed them, feed them back to back, so you know it just gives that extra bit of strength as well. And then with the copy of paper, this one is slightly smaller, and this one is, it's the same width, so it's 4 1/8, but the length is 5.5. And I've done that purely because I just wanted this little lip to come over so it'll protect it. So these are the ones I've done so far, and I've punched some papers. I've punched the cover, so we're going to do these bits with you, okay? So obviously I'm bringing in my Zutter machine, and this is what it is. So I've pulled that right out. If anyone was wondering about what setting I have it on B, which is this one, the continuous. I've just found that easier for myself, and I haven't really gotten to grips with the other ones yet. Not quite anyway. So out of this paper, I mean it will punch a few sheets, but I try just to do a few at a time. And just make sure they're all lined up, and then you want to push that in here until that butts up there with this little stopper, okay? And then you just press the handle down, and then that cuts them out for you, okay? I mean, if you haven't got a Zutter machine, you could do one a little bit like this, but use the rings instead. That would look really nice. Or just punch a couple of holes and tie it with ribbon. So I've got that like that. And then, which way do I want this? Doesn't really make any difference. So put that one in the cover. And then there we go. So now we have, I'm going to move this bit out of the way. We have all of our papers sorted. Now on here you can see that I've got more of a gap on this side than I have on this side. So when you line these up like that, just want to make sure that that is coordinating like on there. And then as you can see they all line up. So when you want to bind it, I've got some, I think these are half an inch rings, some black. I thought it would look really nice. Now on the back, you want to put the back cover on the top when you bind it. That's just so it'll go over like that, okay? So just make sure they're all flush, and then you want to just feed those these rings in and have them so they're like that, okay? So it's like feet. So then what you do is you bring your Zutter back in, and this is when we use this bit. So what we need to do, I'm sure that was, yeah, that must be, you've got measurements, oh, sorry, on here, don't know if you can see them there, and you set this up to the size that your coil is. So you set that up, just make sure that's, and then this bit you put in here, okay? So just making sure. Now what I like to do is I only like to do it a little bit at a time, just to see. You can see that's closed. I'm going to do that a tiny little bit more, because when you do them too tight, it can warp your rings. Right, so I think I'm pretty much happy with that. So then that's that bound, and then your back cover, you'll just flip over like that, and then with this bit being at the back, you've got hiding all of them like workings there at the back. And that's just how quick and easy that is to put together. Honestly, I've been loving making these at the minute. Just so quick and easy. Now, give me 1 second while I try and find some foam. I did have some kicking about everywhere. I'm just going to pause the video while I find some foam dots, because I want to place that on here, okay? Right, so I'm back, and all I've done is I've added some on the back here. Now this I received from the lovely Amy, who's All Things Crafty with Amy. She sent me this in a friend mail. It is meant to be like a little journaling tag, but I just thought it goes perfectly with this paper, so I wanted it on here. So I'm just going to line that up more top centre than anywhere else. I'm just going to pop that down like that. And then if you wanted, you could leave it like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an elastic closure like the one we done on the villains one. So this elastic, it is, I'm sure it's 12mm wide. Yep, this one's 12mm wide. And I got this from the pound shop. So really, really inexpensive. They had it in the white as well. So I'm just going to cut a little length off, and what's going to happen is that is just going to go around like that, okay? So what you'll need is you'll need some eyelets. So I've got these ones here, the little gold ones. And I'm going to punch my holes first, so let me just double check how I've done this. So it needs to be on the back cover here. So I use my crocodile. I mean, you could use anything really, any hole punch. But I'm going to use my crocodile, and I've set it to 1/2 inch. So I'm hoping, I'm just going to test it on this one to see where it would come to. Because you've got that stop, that stops you there. 1/2 inch would be fine for me. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically eyeball it. And I'm just going to come in, and I'm just going to punch that. I'm using the 1/8 of an inch hole there as well, just in case you were wondering. I'll try and get them as centre as I can. Okay, so that's how that looks so far. Now before we add the eyelets, I want to punch some holes in here. So I'm just going to take it, and I'm just going to try and get it as centred as I can. Now it does leave a little bit like that. You just need to snip that extra little bit off there, because then our eyelet will go through that hole. Okay, so I'm going to do this one first. Did I have it on the back on that one? I did, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the eyelet, if I can pick it up with these nails, and then just going to put it through the hole like that. Okay, I think that looks nice. I've gotten that pretty centered actually. I'm quite impressed with myself. And then you want to put that in that hole there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure it's centered. Sorry, I'm not sure. I haven't cap. Oh, no. And I've lost that one. I will find that in one little second. I've got another little tub somewhere with some in. Oh, right in front of me. I just need to search through them to find another one. Right, so which one's the back? This side. It doesn't matter whether it goes on the front or the inside, I don't think. But I just like to have it, so you just push it through like that. Okay, and then you're just going to use this bit here to set it. Once I can get it in properly, actually, that is. I might have to do it this way, just to make sure that. And I'm just going to take that, and hopefully this will work first time. And just give that a squeeze. And there you go. Our elastic is now attached. Okay. So then, what I want to do is I want to bring this round. We want to sort of gauge where we want our second hole. Because obviously I'm going to have to punch that before we can pop the eyelet in. So I'm just going to come in about there, and then just punch that out. And again, you've got that little bit fluff there, so just trim that out, and then we'll be able to put our eyelet in. So can I find one straight away? Just give me a couple of seconds, guys, while I try and find another flower. Otherwise I'll be having to pause the video and get on the floor. Oh, I found one. There we go. That was easy, wasn't it? I should sort all these out into colour and size, but I'm not that clever. Right, so again, you want to put your eyelet through that hole that we made in the elastic. And then I'm just going to bring it round and pop that through that hole that we previously made. Now make sure to keep this bit out of the way. You will probably need all fingers. And then you basically just going to come in again. I think that's come out, one sec. It can be a bit fiddly, but I think it is worth it, just spending that little bit extra time. And it means that the book will close nicely, and you don't have to worry about it flapping all over in your bag. Oh my god. Once I get it done, you will see how easy it is. I'm probably making it look so hard. It doesn't help that I've got acrylic nails on neither, so that isn't helping me cause any. Let's see if we can do it from this side. I'm going to lift it up with my finger, just keep that out of the way. And then let's see if this is going to work. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. And then just again, just give that a good squeeze. And there we go. So now that will come around like that, and it acts as a nice closure for that. Now if you didn't want these so long, you can trim them down a little bit. I would still leave a little bit there on the edges, just has to be a little bit. But there we go. That is how I made my notebooks using my Zutter machine. I really hope you like them, and I hope you think it was a nice little start to me Disney series. Now what's going to be happening on this Disney series is every project that I make, so I'm going to be trying to do one twice a week if I can. If not, it'll only be once a week. But for everybody that comments, if is a subscriber to my channel, gives me the thumbs up on my videos and leaves a comment on the videos, you will be put into a draw to win the projects I make that week, and I will do it on a weekly basis. Unfortunately it is UK only, just because of postage costs being so high. So the first one that is potentially up for someone to win is this gorgeous Minnie Mouse one that we've just made today. So this is what you could win, and like I said, all you've got to do is comment on the video, be a subscriber and give me a thumbs up. That would be great. So yeah, I really hope that you like this. I'm going to try and think of different ideas to come along. Some of them will have been shown before, but I'll just put my unique and Disney spin on it. So yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will speak to you later. Bye.